Hi, my name is Nomi Martinez, and I'm talk about hunger. um, how can you help governments to find a solution at hunger? Everyone, hunger. Food is one of our most basic needs and humans. It can affect nearly everything we do. If malnutrition persists, it has high cost in individuals, families, communities, and even whole nations, and the cost can be visible and invisible. Everyone feels hungry on a daily basis. Most people are able to satisfy this craving and need, even if not immediately. They can count on having a meal or snack within hours. This is not the type of hunger that bread is concerned with. People who suffer chronic hunger don't have the opinion of eating when they are hungry. They don't get enough calories, essential nutrients, or both. People who are hungry have an ongoing problem with getting food to eat. They have a primary need: how to feed themselves and their children today and tomorrow. They have little energy for anything else. The effect of hunger and food insecurity um, can generally be reversed in older children and adults, but too often people continue to be food insecure, so the effects continue as well. This is true in the US as elsewhere. US losses from lower productivity and higher health care costs have been estimated in the billions of dollars. Developing countries can lose up to 11% of their economic output. What causes hunger? Worldwide, the number of hungry people has dropped significantly over the past 2 decades. That 795 million people continue to struggle with hunger every day. Many factors contribute to the state of hunger, but in the United States and abroad, the reasons are complex and varied, and often interconnected. The first cause is poverty. Poverty is the main cause of hunger in the world. This is true in rich and poor countries alike. It is true no matter whether people live in urban or rural areas. Most people who are hungry are living in extreme poverty, defined as income of 1.25 per day or less. The largest group of people in the world in extreme poverty are smallholder farmers in developing countries. They don't have the land to grow enough food to supply themselves with enough to eat year round, and they earn so little income from what they sell that they cannot afford to purchase food from other sources once their own supply runs out. Job instability. In the United States and other high-income countries, hunger is mainly caused by poverty that results from a lack of jobs or because jobs pay too little. Hunger rates rise when the national or local economy is in a slump. People lose jobs and cannot find work. Once the economy improves, some people continue to struggle to find work. For example, people who have been in prison face wide-scale discrimination that makes it difficult for them to find jobs once they re-enter their community. In single-parent families, the parent may not be able to take a job or work in no hours because of no child care options. Uh, Food shortage and waste. The food shortage in developing countries are common. The people most affected are smallholder farmers and their families who depend on their own surplus to survive between harvests. The period leading up to a harvest is known as the hungry season. Food from the previous harvest run out and families cut back on meals. This period of time may last for months depending on the size of the previous harvest. Similarly, in the US, families with very low incomes run out of money at the end of the month. Families cut back on how much they eat and then eventually skip meals altogether on some days. Another reason for food shortage is up to 40% of food grown in some countries is spoilage. Smallholder farmers don't have adequate storage facilities to protect their supplies against pests and weather. Other is climate change. Despite having contributed little to cause climate change, the poorest developing countries are already experiencing the effects. Climate change is damaging food and weather security in significant ways. This is the greatest environmental challenge the world has ever faced. Our success in meeting that challenge will determine whether the end of hunger remains in our sights. Feeding everyone on Earth would be challenging and not without climate change. The global population is expected to swell to more than 9 billion by the end of the century, with only slight increases expected in available farmland. Agricultural production must increase by 70% to keep pace with population growth. There is war and conflict. Hunger is both cause and effect of war and conflict. Wide-scale poverty and hunger lead to frustration, and resentment with governments that appear to ignore hungry people's plight. The poorest members of society suffer the worst during war and conflict. Homes are destroyed and communities of people are displaced. Peace, when it comes, is often tenuous. The physical infrastructure needed for reconstruction is damaged and might even be destroyed. After years of civil war in Liberia, one man said he knew that peace was taking hold as they notice the return of farm animals on people's land. During the war, rebels and soldiers had seized the animals for food, leaving their victims to starve. Where does hunger exist? 795 million people experience hunger every day. Hunger exists in the US just as it does overseas. In developing countries, hunger is related to poverty and to underdeveloped agriculture. Where there is bad health, weather change, and natural disasters, hunger can also be found. Hunger results from war and displacement, stable for available markets and from waste. Children are the most visible victims of nutritional deficiencies. Approximately 5 million children each year because of poor nutrition. Access to adequate food during the first 1,000 days of life is vitally important for healthy future generations. Even a temporary lack of food during that crucial time has a negative effect on physical and intellectual development. It was shocked when told that in Haiti, even before the devastating earthquake that ruined the country, that small mud balls were being sold in the market to ease children's hunger pangs. But I have 4 hunger solutions. I think that these 4 hunger solutions are very important and effective. The first is food donations. It is important to lend a helping hand. The impact of donation, both cash and food, have had an immense impact on world hunger. Second, access to education. It's the best weapon against poverty and hunger. It's especially powerful in underdeveloped countries. Education means better opportunity and more access to income and food. 3. Government intervention. Aid to foreign nations is to be more focused on government intervention, like programs that provide food to mothers and their children in poor areas. Birth control education is the 4. High birth rates pose a problem when trying to solve hunger. Okay, thank you so much.